Welcome back. It is normally that very music that makes me oh so jealous every Friday.
I know.
You're typically out there just having the time of your life.
Well, you know, we did have the time of our life. Brandon, Lindsay, and I went out to Chef Alex Patout's kitchen.
Yes.
And we cooked with Marcel Bienvenu, who's a cookbook author, and she's doing a big cookbook forum at Books Along the Teche Literary Festival.
I love it.
So let's see what Marcel was cooking up with us. Hey, we are back. It's Friday Feed. We are with chef, cookbook author Marcel Bienvenu, and we're doing your crawfish etouffee. So kind of let us know where we are. You've got the butter in the pot.
Usually about a stick of butter per pound of crawfish, melted, and add your vegetables. And I usually use like 3 parts onions to 1 part bell pepper and 1 part celery. But everybody has their own way.
Well, that's true. And so, how long do you let them? We used to call it sweating them. And what term do you? What's the right term for what you're doing?
Until they kind of golden, lightly golden.
Okay.
10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And I like for them to have. I don't want them to dissolve. I want you to be able to see it.
And crawfish etouffee, it's something you don't cook for a long time. We were talking about that a little earlier. I know that I've done shrimp too long and they just get little tiny. And crawfish, what happens to them when they cook too long?
They become mealy and they fall apart. You don't want that.
No.
That's why some people put crawfish tails in their gumbo, and I go, I don't know about that. But everybody has their own way.
And I love that you keep saying that. It's true. Everybody does something different. If Grandma did it this way, you know, I guess we have to do it this way. So while this is cooking, talk about what you're going to talk about at the Literary Festival.
Well, I'm on a panel with Stan Dry, who went to USL with me, and but he was editor of the Food and Wine magazine up in New York.
Oh, wow.
And he came back here about 30 years ago. He called, he said, I'm tired of being in New York. I want to come to either New Iberia or St. Martinville. And my husband and I were getting married like the next week, so we took a ride, and we found a little house for him to rent. So he's been here ever since.
Oh, wow. Wow. And so y'all are going to be talking about, you're going to do a seafood cooking demo, right?
After the panel.
After the panel. What are you going to be cooking that day?
Crawfish etouffee.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is truly a preview of it. And when it comes to cookbooks, I know that's what you're going to be talking about is cookbooks. What do people need to know about cookbooks?
Well, we're talking about how to get published, or what's in. You think that they have covered just about every cooking subject in the world. But times change. Restaurant food is changing. I had one of my students from Nichols say he was going to have a Cajun Asian restaurant, and I went, I don't know, but it works for him. He uses a lot of local ingredients with a little bit change on it. So it's always changing.
Is that what they call fusion?
I guess.
Yeah. So I see a lot of descriptions of restaurants that say fusion. And I'm always, I wonder what that means.
I know. Well, I always hesitate, but if you're smart enough, you can pull it off, and he does.
I love that. And so are there a lot of people out there wanting to publish their own cookbooks now?
Yes, and it's getting easier. Some of the big houses, of course, are very supportive. They do all your advertising, getting you on television. So when you self-publish, you don't have that backup. But it's amazing. It all depends on who your audience is. Yeah. I have a friend who did one, his family, and he just wanted some for his family, and they pass them out and all. So you just have to have a good idea, and I think cookbooks now become less intense. They're not as detailed, maybe. Yeah. Because everybody thinks now everybody can cook, right? Yes,
that's the illusion of television. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the studio. I'm with Marcel Bienvenu all morning long.